Hey guys, so if you can't tell, I did not do a 40-week pregnancy update because I went into labor. I actually went into labor on Tuesday, which was the 13th, and so I'm going to do my little labor and delivery story. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so first off, can I say giving birth is the most crazy experience I've ever experienced. Nothing I have ever experienced in my life has been like giving birth. It is still just like crazy to me. But what my plan was, just a little first off, is I wanted to have an all-natural birth, and we were contemplating between a home birth and a hospital birth. We ended up thinking hospital birth would be better, and that's what we ended up going with. And so here, Monday, I had my midwife appointment, and she checked me for dilation, and I was dilated. Everybody's still working. And I was dilated to 3 centimeters, which was really exciting, but I don't get too excited over dilation because you can be at a 3 forever, or you can be at 0 and then go, wah, and then you just go right into labor, you know? That whole day, so I went back to work. I had my appointment at like 8 in the morning, and I went to work after that, and I've been having, it was the lightest cramps, and it felt exactly like I was going to start my period. It was so weird because I haven't had that feeling, and you know, when you're pregnant, you don't have your period, so, but it was completely bearable. Went through the whole day, and it wasn't like anything to complain about. It's just, you could kind of feel it, like, that's weird, that's kind of different. So then that night, I felt fine. 1 o'clock came around when I normally go to the bathroom, and instead of waking up because I had to pee, I woke up because I was having like a period cramp, and I was like, oh, that's weird. That's a little lighter than normal, but I just went to the bathroom anyway. Felt better, went right back to sleep. So 4 o'clock came around, and I had woken up because these period pains had gotten stronger. Now, I have endometriosis, so I'm used to really strong period pains, and so they were completely bearable. Like, they were very painful, but or they were painful enough not to let me go back to sleep. So I was just laying there from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. with my eyes closed, just kind of and they were really close together. They were happening sometimes every 3 minutes, sometimes every 6 minutes, but I didn't think it was labor. I just thought it was from her checking my dilation the day before, you know. So I called I texted my mom, and I don't remember what I wrote her, but it was something like, I've been having cramps, I don't know what this means. And she calls me, and we talked for a minute, or for a little while, and as I was on the phone with her, I was just kind of telling her, oh, there's one. Oh, kind of hurts again, you know. And they're actually really close together, but not like, I didn't think it would feel that. I thought labor would be like, ouch, you know, like you would know that you're in labor. And the funny thing was, I was in such denial. She kept saying, I don't think you should go into work. I was like, yes, I should go into work. You know, it's 5 in the morning. I'll just get up, I'll take a shower, I'll start like slowly working, you know, getting ready for the day. But when I was in that shower, I noticed when the cramps started, I started swaying. Like, I'd hold on, there's this handle on our wall, and I'd hold on to the handle, and I'd start swaying. And I remember reading that that's one of the like techniques to get through natural contractions. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do it, but that just automatically kind of felt better to like kind of move my hips back and forth and not stay stationary at all. And I called my brother, and this was like about 7 or anything, and I was in complete denial. I did not think I was in labor. Boyfriend was still sleeping. He fell asleep downstairs watching TV, so haven't even woken him up yet because I didn't think that I was in labor. My mom finally told me, okay, I think you really are in labor. Call in to work, tell him you're not coming in today, and you need to go wake up Dante and let him know that you're in labor. So I went downstairs and I told him. He was still so asleep that he didn't realize what I had actually said, and for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then he came back upstairs, and in that 20 minutes I had gone from like, oh, I think I'm in labor, to like, I had a medicine ball, and my head was on the medicine ball, and I was on my knees, and I was just like, ugh, like a dead zombie. And I had a little contraction checker, timer, and I was timing them, and they were like every 3 to 5 minutes apart, 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, like around there. They weren't very long, but they were consistently coming, and I always thought that it would be like 15 minutes apart, or every 20 minutes, or every 7 minutes, like the timing is far apart, but my timing was there. My contractions were just really weak. But they didn't stay weak for long. I asked my mom to come over to the house instead of meeting us at the hospital, because I didn't want to show up at the hospital and only be at like a 5 or 4, or just admitted and have to spend all this time in the hospital. So I wanted my grandma and my mom just to come over to the house to hang out around there. So it takes them like 45 minutes to get to my house, and in that 45 minutes I had gone from ow, 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 this kind of hurts, to don't touch me, I don't want to really talk, I wasn't in a good state of mind. I was balled up, hugging my, I just wanted to be comfortable. So the only place I knew I was comfortable at was my pregnancy pillow. So I was like hugging my pregnancy pillow and like swaying in bed and being quiet. And Dante was there, and he was timing my contractions. And my mom walks in, and she said, we need to go to the hospital now. Because by that point I was having contractions for about a minute long, 50 seconds to a minute, a little over a minute, every 3 minutes apart. But I was only in labor. I mean, this was only, I don't know what time it was, like 9:30 or 10. Like, it wasn't very long. I was just expecting it to be so much longer. So we get to the hospital. The drive there was terrible. Which was so funny. There's this blanket that is in our living room. It's a brown blanket. I use it just to like a lap blanket. And for some reason, I had decided that was going to be the thing that I do not let go of. I was hiding my face. I even have a picture. I'll put it like right here, or I'll just flash it. That brown blanket I did not let go of that blanket at all. And I have no clue why. I'd cover my face with it. I like the dark. I would hold on to it. I'd breathe into it. I don't know. That blanket was like making sure the baby's still sleeping. Wait, that blanket, I just decided that was going to be my blanket for the time. We get to the hospital. We get checked in. They said they had to monitor my stomach. Baby boy, Roman is his name, for 20 minutes to make sure. They said, they tried to, like, can you get into the bed? And I'm in a wheelchair, and I'm like, not moving. There's people talking to me. I have no idea what they said. I feel like I was being really mean to everybody, but afterwards they said that I wasn't, so that was really good. But, they're trying to tell me, hi, I'm the midwife that's here today, and, this is the student midwife, and they're talking, they're being really sweet, and I just wasn't listening. I was in my blanket, like, meh. I don't know, I think this was like 9:45, 10 o'clock-ish, or 10:15-ish. I finally get to the bed during a non-contraction, and I get in there. Water still has not broken. I did lose a mucus plug by going to the bathroom while I was at home. And let me see. So they're monitoring my stomach, which didn't feel good. They had 2 like straps around. They were trying to hear the heartbeat. Roman was doing swimmingly in there. He was doing great. But having those on me hurt. I kept saying I have to go to the bathroom, and they were like, well, don't poop, like don't do that in there. And I was like, no, I just have to pee. And I did, and I went, and I came back. I got on the bed, and all of a sudden, she checked me, and oh my gosh, it felt so gross. So she was in there checking me, first time being checked in the hospital. I felt and that was her hand in there going, like, measuring. And she said, oh, you're at a 9 centimeter, which I just think is crazy. It was 9 centimeters dilated. And then all of a sudden, after she checked me, which I think those checking things really get you, or get me, my contractions went from ouch to like, my body just started pushing through them. So I'd have a contraction and it would just like make my body push. And in one of those pushes, my water broke and I felt it, and it was so gross. And I was on my side and it was in a contraction, and it like popped and it went all on the bed. Poor midwives, they were all cleaning it up, and the nurses were really sweet. And oh yeah, they asked if there was anything I wanted before my water broke, and I was like, my water, I want my pool of water. I really wanted a water birth. And it takes I don't know, like half an hour to thing that thing up or fill it up, and they were working as fast as they could, and they filled it up. I kept asking, can I get in? Can I get in? Can I get in? Finally, it was almost full, and my water had popped by this time, or broke by this time, and they were like, okay, you can get in. I don't even think it was all the way filled. It was just enough to cover my stomach, but not really where they wanted, not really where they wanted the water level. And I get up and I'm wearing a white shirt, and they're like, you want to wear that shirt in there? And I like take my shirt off and jump in the water, and it felt so good. I swear, anyone should, even if they just want to labor in water, please get in the water. It felt so good. Instantly, I was like the pain lessened by so much. So I'm sitting in there, and I think, so I was on my knees, and I moved to the front. I even remember saying, oh, this felt so good. And I put my hand down there to see. I don't know what, no one told me or asked me to put my hand down there. But I felt his head. His head was right there. Like there. It was like so weird. And all of a sudden, like a contraction started coming. And I don't remember, I wish I had a better recollection of everything that happened. It just happened so fast. My body just started pushing, and my mom told me to push through that. I remember hearing it, and your body gets you. Like, let's say here's a hill, and at the top of the hill is when the head pops out, your body gets you to like right there, and all you have to do is go like a little bit more pushing, and boop, the head came out in like the first contraction that I had in the water. And it felt so good. It felt so good. Like all the pain was gone. His head was out, body was in. And then I got kind of scared. Like I didn't want to push the body out. I didn't want to push his shoulders out because it hurt. I actually been pretty quiet the whole time, but when the head came out, I let out a scream, like a yell. I don't like watching that on recording. The whole thing's on record, or it's recorded, by the way. I'll put up my labor and delivery video or footage for you. You can see. I was pretty good and quiet until the head came out, and then another contraction happened, and I was too scared. I even said it out loud. I said I was too scared. I didn't want to push it, and I let that contraction go. Like I was trying to hold back a little bit, and then the next contraction came, and they were like, "No, you just push through it," you know. Dante was there, my mom was there, my grandma was there, the nurses, the midwives, they were all so sweet. And so I pushed, and just like, this baby came out. It's just crazy. Sorry. Okay, so I started crying. My battery died, and then little baby boy woke up. So now we have him sitting down here, but I'm going to try to finish this up. Okay, we're going to try to finish this up. I forget where I was. I think so I got the body out. I pulled him up onto my belly, actually. The umbilical cord was really short, so I couldn't pull him all the way up. But he was perfect and beautiful and crying, and I thought I would cry. I mean, I'm a crybaby right now. As you can tell, I started to cry just a little bit ago, but I was just in such shock that one, I just gave birth, and two, he was just like so beautiful. Like, he was so beautiful. And, oh, it was just amazing. It was an amazing experience. I did tear, unfortunately, not at the bottom, but at the top, like kind of like the side top area. And I didn't even feel it when it really happened. Or actually, I lied. I did feel like a sting, but it was nothing compared to what was happening, so you could ignore it. And so the midwife sewed me up, and I didn't even need any ibuprofen for swelling. It happened so quickly that I swelled a little bit, but not even that much. Didn't even need any pain reliever afterwards. I mean, I didn't even sleep that night. I think the first time I went to sleep, so I had him at 11:30 or 11:29. Did you poop? And I stayed awake on this natural, amazing high all day, and then I couldn't sleep all night until, like, can you hear that? I don't know if you can. He's pooping. He does it in 3, so I gotta wait for one more. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, and then I finally fell asleep at like 5 in the morning for like 20 minutes or something till the nurse came in, and then I was up again. Like, it was just no problem. I just couldn't take my eyes off of him. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. He was 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and 20.5 inches long, and he was born on 8/13/13 at 11:29 in the morning. So that's my labor and delivery story. Do you want to see a little bit of him? He's so cute. Okay, here's baby Roman. Can you see him? Hi, baby boy. Oh, you got hiccups? Do you have little hiccups? See, he's just so perfect. I mean, I know I'm biased since he's my child, but I think he's pretty cute. Anyway, that's my labor and delivery story. I'm actually going to post what I have of my labor and delivery footage that I did vlog a little bit in the morning until it started hurting too much, and then I didn't vlog anymore. I'll have a link right here if you guys want to see that. It's kind of interesting. I like to watch it. It still kind of freaks me out a little bit, but it'll be right here, and we'll talk to you later.